Sunrise, everyone. Now to history being made in London overnight. The saying cash is king has certainly lived up to its name for King Charles, who's been given the first look at the new banknotes bearing his image.
Yeah, His Majesty was presented with the very first notes printed by the Governor of the Bank of England and Chief Cashier.
And these are the lowest numbered notes of each denomination. So they all have 001 as their serial number.
It's a very good photograph, Winston.
It is.
Now, they're collector's items, aren't they? Let's go live to Europe Bureau Chief Hugh Whitfeld in London. Hugh, this is one of the final transitions of the King's new reign.
Yeah, Chevo, that's right. 18 months into the King's reign and still a few firsts. Charles says they look quite elegant. You'd have to think he would have liked to have gone to the printing presses to see them coming off the presses, but because of his cancer diagnosis, the Governor of the Bank of England and the Chief Cashier dropped in on Buckingham Palace to show Charles the new banknotes, all English notes, so all denominations feature the sovereign. They have since 1960. The historical figures like Sir Winston Churchill, Alan Turing, Jane Austen, they are on the reverse sides. But the image used of Charles is actually 11 years old. It was taken from a portrait and then turned into an engraving, and then a picture was taken to put onto the notes. The notes will enter circulation in June.
We don't use cash as often as we used to, but this is a really significant change, probably one of the most visible changes of the new reign of Charles III, actually seeing his face on our banknotes rather than the Queen's, which we've seen for the last 64 years. Now, these are the notes that they will be replacing. You can see the Queen on there. A fairly recent image of the Queen towards the end of her reign. But these notes will still be in circulation here in England for the foreseeable future because Charles wants to make sure that there is a limited environmental and financial impact of his accession to the throne. So the two sets of notes will be in circulation for quite a while until these notes wear out, so they won't be yanked out of circulation. And interestingly too, it's only in England that these notes are in circulation. Scotland and Northern Ireland have their own sets of banknotes produced by local banks, so it's a very English thing to have the sovereign on the banknotes.
There you go. Quite nice, isn't it, knowing that the Queen and King are in circulation together, mother and son. Yes. That's nice, until one wears out, of course. Yeah. Thank you, Hugh.
We all wear out, don't we?